Jeep just doubled down on gas. Prices are getting reset, the V8 didn't die, and the new twin-turbo Hurricane isn't replacing HEMI everywhere. It's moving in next to it. Today I'm translating what leadership said into what you're actually going to see on the order sheet. Then I'll predict the trim-by-trim engine mix with clear confidence tags: confirmed, likely, rumor. And I'll give you a watch list so you can verify every claim the second it hits. If you're shopping a Wrangler, Gladiator, Grand Cherokee, or Wagoneer family rig in the next 12 months, this will save you time, money, and disappointment. Here's the promise up front. Jeep's new marching orders are right content at the right price. That's not a slogan. It's the lever that decides which trims get HEMI for emotion and which get Hurricane for math. The punchline is simple. HEMI stays where the sound sells the truck. Hurricane goes where tow rating, efficiency, and certification margins sell the truck. 2 engines, 2 jobs, 1 showroom outcome. More people say yes. Let's clear the big headline first. Wrangler 392 lives, not as a farewell tour, not as a one-year collector stunt. It's staying as the halo. If you wanted the thump, the instant torque, the rumble that shakes your chest on a trailhead at 6 a.m., you can still get it. That decision matters way beyond Wrangler. It tells you Jeep is comfortable keeping a loud, thirsty, emotional powertrain in the lineup as long as it converts enough high-margin buyers. Emotion pays for itself. Now the flip side, the engine Jeep uses to win spreadsheets. The Hurricane 3.0 twin-turbo inline-6. On the big rigs, it's already the star. The Grand Wagoneer with the high-output Hurricane posts up to 540 horsepower, 521 pound-feet, and a tow rating approaching 9,800 pounds when spec'd right. Those aren't brochure flowers. Those are capability numbers that move families and boats. On paper, Hurricane is the better athlete for heavy SUVs, tighter packaging than the old 6.4, more torque under the curve, and better certification math for the fleet. That's why the big boys lean Hurricane only. So why keep both? Because they solve different constraints. The HEMI is a visceral product, linear throttle, predictable rock crawl manners, and a soundtrack people happily finance. The Hurricane is a systems product, high BMEP from boost and intercooling, torque that lands early for trailer launch, and quieter highway power. One grabs hearts, one wins tow tests and corporate CO2. If you take nothing else from this video, take that split. Zoom out to the business shift. New leadership openly called out a pricing problem and said they're fixing it. Price resets widen the funnel, and that's how you sell fun again. If entry trims stop scaring people off, you can upsell the emotional engine or the premium performance engine without losing the customer at the first number. When someone can get into the brand again, the upgrade from nice to have to send it becomes a monthly payment conversation, not a fantasy. Okay, let's translate all of that into what you'll actually see, model by model. I'll be blunt, and I'll tag each call with confidence. If you hear rumor, I'll tell you exactly what would falsify it. Wrangler, model years 2025 into 2026. Sport, Willys, and Sahara remain the volume play with the 3.6 V6 and the 2.0 turbo, and the 4xe holds its spot wherever incentives pencil. Confirmed. The Rubicon 392 continues as the Halo 5.8, also confirmed. Hurricane 3.0 in Wrangler? Not now. Packaging is tight, cost targets are brutal, and Jeep already has the power slot covered with 392 plus a corporate CO 2-story covered by 4xe. I'd label Hurricane and Wrangler as likely not, with a persistent rumor that dies the day a certification or an order code fails to show up. Watch the EPA database and the order guides. If you see a 3.0 TT family code appear next to JL, I'll eat my words. Until then, HEMI for drama, 4xe for compliance. Gladiator, looking toward 2026. The 3.6 V6 keeps the work truck simplicity. Likely. A 4xe variant joining to chase fleet CO2 and government bids. Likely. And the big question everyone keeps DMing me. A Gladiator 392? I'm putting that at likely. When Wrangler 392 was extended, the subtext was clear. Keep the halo where it converts. A Gladiator Rubicon 392 gives Jeep a simple way to mint the loudest mid-size truck on sale while the 4xe handles the green eyes in the room. The tell will be allocations and sales codes. If the code that maps to the 6.4 appears in the JT order guide, game on. If it doesn't by the time ordering banks settle, downgrade this to rumor and move on. Grand Cherokee, 2-row and 3-row. The V8 is gone. That's confirmed. The take rate on the V8 in the 3-row was microscopic, low single digits, which is why it quietly vanished. The lineup today is 3.6 and 4xe. The play I expect on the refresh. Hurricane added to upper trims to rebuild the performance step above 4xe and V6. That's likely. It cleanly fills the hole the V8 left. It protects the fleet average, and it gives the sales team a real fast one again. If you're a Grand Cherokee shopper who cares about acceleration and tow, wait for the facelift year and watch the EPA filings. The day a WL certification shows a 3.0 twin-turbo, that's your green light. Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer. This one is the simplest. Hurricane all the way. The regular Wagoneer gets the standard output Hurricane. Grand Wagoneer gets the high output tune. That's confirmed, and it's exactly where the Hurricane makes the most sense in the portfolio. Big, quiet, quick, and strong at the hitch. If you're cross-shopping these against other full-sizers, you'll feel it on the on-ramp, and you'll see it on the tow sheet. Compass and the returning Cherokee. These are price-sensitive entries, and the engine fight you're imagining isn't the fight that matters. Expect a 2.0 turbo and hybridized options doing the heavy lifting. The headline here is affordability and total monthly, not HEMI versus Hurricane. File this under likely and keep your eye on hybrid trims and incentives, not exhaust notes. Let me anchor those predictions with a mechanism check, because understanding the why protects you from marketing whiplash. High-output twin-turbo inline-6s make torque early because Boost Plus intercooling lets you run elevated effective pressures without a displacement penalty. That's perfect for heavy SUVs and towing. Naturally aspirated big-bore V8s deliver linear, predictable pedal feel with a sound that cues your lizard brain. That's perfect for off-road halo trims where the theater is part of the value. You're not watching a philosophical engine debate. You're watching constraint management. Different tools for different jobs that share mounts and fit the same bays. That parts bin compatibility gives Jeep the freedom to steer emotion and math to the right customers without rebuilding every bracket in the plant. Let's talk money for 30 seconds, because engines don't sell in a vacuum. When a brand admits pricing was off and resets the sticker on most of the lineup, the real effect is psychological. More buyers re-enter the conversation. Now the step from base to the one you want becomes a payment delta instead of a total price shock. If street prices on the lot move thousands down compared to last cycle, you've now got room to choose an engine with your heart or your spreadsheet, and both choices still keep the CFO happy. That's the whole strategy in one line. Make the fun visible and attainable again. So, what should you do if you're actually buying? If you live in the Wrangler Gladiator world and care about the feeling, the throttle response, the resale cachet, and the Saturday morning cars and coffee fist bumps, aim at the 392 and do it while allocations still have a cap. If you live in the Wagoneer world and your life involves trailers, tall grades, and highway miles with sleeping kids, Hurricane all day. If you're a Grand Cherokee shopper who wants the fast one, I'd wait for the refresh and pounce when the Hurricane shows up, unless a 4xe lease deal drops your total cost enough to make speed irrelevant. That's the only scenario where I'd pick 4xe first, when the math crushes the itch. Now, here's how we keep this honest together. Save this watch list, and you'll know before the press releases do. Number 1. The EPA certification database. The second you see WL, Grand Cherokee, show a 3.0-liter twin-turbo inline-6 family code. The Hurricane prediction just graduated from likely to confirmed. Number 2. Dealer ordering guides. If you see the 6.4-liter sales code mapped to JT-Gladiator, that's your 392 truck. If you don't see it by the time banks settle, downgrade the rumor. Number 3. Allocation chatter. If dealers get micro-allotments of 392s with sold order only fine print, expect ADM spikes and plan accordingly. Number 4. The public build tool and tow rating PDFs. If the Grand Cherokee suddenly lists a third engine tile above 4xe and posts a tow jump beyond its current figures, the paper trail just caught up to reality. Quick recap so it sticks. Wrangler 392 lives. Gladiator 392 is likely on deck. Grand Cherokee regains a true performance step with Hurricane on the refresh. Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer stay Hurricane only and keep their toe crown. The through line is simple: HEMI to win the thumbnail, Hurricane to win the spreadsheet, and pricing to let normal buyers touch both. If this helped, do two things and you'll never miss the moment the certs drop. First, hit subscribe so this playbook shows up the day a new engine code lands. Second, comment with the one model you want me to track: Wrangler, Gladiator, Grand Cherokee, or Wagoneer. I'll pin a cheat sheet with links to the exact filings and order codes as they appear, so you can forward it to your dealer and skip the "let me check" dance. And because I know you're going to ask what this means for Ram. Same engines, different chessboard. The Hurricane versus HEMI shuffle inside Ram is going to move resale values and option mix in ways we can predict right now. If you want that breakdown next, say Ram in the comments, and I'll prioritize it. Jeep's new strategy is emotion plus math. Keep the V8 where it makes people smile and sign. Put the twin turbo where tow ratings, quiet thrust, and compliance win the day. Then price it so regular buyers can actually buy it. That's the collision line. And if you watch the paper trail, certifications, order guides, allocations, you'll see it happening in real time. I'll be here to translate it the moment it does.